All right, y'all, we is back with another one, okay? Now, we may not be back with some of y'all favorites, but hey, your boy Trump is on here, so we got to check it out. This is coming straight from NBC News. I know, y'all don't come gunning for me, all right? But your boy's Trump on here, so we gonna check it out, okay? We gonna check it out. I know some of y'all ain't too big of NBC News, but your boy Trump is on here, so that's what it's all about. Let's check it out. Trump says his inauguration speech will focus on unity. That part. With that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and dive into this video.
Sir, there is incredible unrest in Syria.
Yeah.
Do you think that Bashar al-Assad could fall?
Well, you know, it's amazing because he stayed for years under, you would think, much more adverse conditions. And all of a sudden, just rebels are going in and taking over large pieces of territory.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't think it's looking very good for him. Who would have thought that was going to happen? Because for 10 years, I mean, the guy was fighting all odds, and all of a sudden, it's like people are just taking over his country. So I don't know. People have bet against him for a long time, and so far that hasn't worked. But this seems to be different.
Let me ask you, sir, as you think about your inauguration, I remember your first inaugural address, you talked about American carnage. Have you thought about your message for your second inaugural address?
I have.
Can you give us a
unity.
preview?
We're going to have a message that will make you happy, unity. It's going to be a message of unity. And again, I think success brings unity. And I've experienced that. I've experienced it in my first term, as I said. We're going to be talking about unity, and we're going to be talking about success, making our country safe, keeping people that shouldn't be in our country out. We have to do that. I know it doesn't sound nice, but we have to do that. But basically, it's going to be about bringing our country together.
And no American carnage.
No American carnage. No. What do you mean by American?
That was one of the big quotes of your first inaugural address. It sounds like the tone, based on what I'm hearing, is going to be different from this inaugural address.
Well, we had a very successful 4 years, actually, and the first admin, we had a very, very successful. If you look at what we've done with the biggest tax cuts in history, we had a safety and military that was incredible. We defeated ISIS, which nobody thought could be done in a short period. I did it in a matter of weeks, and people thought it was going to take 5 years to do. No, we did a lot of things. The rebuilding of our military was a big thing. Think of all the things that wouldn't have happened. Russia wouldn't have attacked Ukraine.
I'm sorry, y'all, real quick. Can she smile, though? She just look pressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're going to make sure, y'all, we go check out the full clip because y'all know how they can edit, flip his words around and stuff like that. So we just getting a snippet of it, but definitely go check out the full clip. Let's get into it.
Our president, Israel wouldn't have had October 7th. We wouldn't have had inflation because inflation was caused largely by energy prices. You know, so many other things wouldn't have happened. You look at Afghanistan, that disaster. So we're going to bring our country back, and we're going to bring it. We're going to try and unify our country.
Sir, when you think about your time in office, you are making history for a range of reasons, including the fact you will be the oldest person to be sworn into office. Do you commit to releasing your medical records?
Sure. I do it all the time. I think I've released 4 of them.
Not just a letter, though, your full medical report.
Yeah, I would, and I think anybody should, but...
Okay, and then, because this just irritated me. Because then we heard the little liar secretary that's in there now that wasn't trying to give the full medical and all this other type of stuff. That's how real Trump is. He like, I don't care. I give it to you. Because at this point, that's what people be wanting to know and wanting to see. But meanwhile, y'all covering up Biden's and she wasn't trying to give out nothing. Like, stop trying to play with him. Stop trying to play with him. If it ain't nothing to see, it ain't nothing to see. And it clearly he don't give a care. Like, yeah, that's something y'all want to see. So see it.
I mean, according to all the reports, I don't want to, where's wood? Is there some wood where I can knock on wood? But my reports are very good, very strong.
So you plan to release
Sure,
them?
I have no problem with it.
What about your business dealings? So you obviously have your online company, DJT. Are you going to divest?
Well, I have online. I mean, I don't know what's to divest. All I do is I put out messages. I needed it for messages because, as you know, I was taken off Twitter at the time it was called.
Right.
And I was taken off all of the different. So I actually created my own company. It became Truth. and it was very successful.
Will you divest from that?
Well, I don't know how I can divest. What does that mean? I'm not allowed to open it and use it? I mean, all I do
What are you
is,
trying to say, lady?
I don't openly
I'm
look
sorry,
at the company. I'm not even on the board of the company. I didn't want to be on the board. I have other people, and they run it. And they run it very well because Truth has become a very, very successful
So in other words, no, he's not going
to. Are you planning to accept a salary as president?
I'm not going to accept a salary, no.
He did in the first
and I'm
term.
giving up a lot of money, you know. Do you know what amazed me? And maybe this isn't right, but other than George Washington, and they're not sure about that, every president has accepted their salary except me.
And you did accept the pension, correct?
I don't think so.
You didn't accept your pension?
I don't think I accepted anything.
He didn't accept.
I get a salary. The president gets about $450,000 a year, and I didn't take it.
I want to ask you again about...
By the way, I got no credit for that. That's okay.
Well, I am asking you about it for that reason.
Yeah.
And I think it's notable you're not going to accept a salary.
Yeah, I don't accept. I'm not. Yeah. I didn't, and I'm not going to. And I don't believe I got any credit for that. But I just feel it's, for me, it's a nice thing to do. I think this, and I was surprised. Not one president has done that. I would have assumed Roosevelt would have not accepted salary, or Kennedy. You know, Kennedy family is rich. I would have assumed that some of them. I'm the only president that they say they think that George Washington, but those records aren't too good.
Sir, we talked about your family, and they were such a big part of your first administration.
And they did a great job. Think of it, the Abraham Accords they did.
Well, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, no,
will Jared still be an advisor? Will he be someone who you turn to, particularly as you deal with what's happening in the Middle East?
Jared's a very smart guy, did a great job. He did the Abraham, if he did nothing else, and that was a big thing, and you know, they should have built on it, but we'll build on it now. We had 4 very powerful countries with Israel, and when you think of what that, it really represented peace in the Middle East. That should have been filled out. It wasn't, but we'll get it filled out. But no, I'm not going to have the family involved because I don't think they were treated fairly. They did such a good job.
But will it feel very different?
A little bit,
in the White House and not have them there?
Sure, it will feel a little bit different. But I mean, think of what we did. We did the tax cuts, biggest tax cuts in history. We did and that's a big thing. And that also spurred the economy. But if you look at the Abraham Accords, if you look at peace in the Middle East, we would have had so many different things. And they had to really go through Russia hoax. Guys like Schiff, who's a real lowlife. As an example, Adam Schiff, he's a lowlife. And now he gets elected senator. It's so sad. But my kids get treated so unfairly, so I don't want them to go through that.
Last question, because I'm getting a wrap. Yeah. I understand that on day one, you're going to be signing a flurry of executive orders. Can you give me just what are the top ones people should know about?
A lot of it will have to do with economics. A lot's going to have to do with energy. A lot's going to do with having to do with the border. We're going to immediately strengthen up the border and do a real job.
Let's go,
and
Trump.
Some of the basics. So we're going to end the electric mandate immediately for the cars. It's ridiculous. We want people to buy electric cars. Yeah, we want people to buy electric cars.
Ain't that what he said?
You know what? They have to be able to, if they want gasoline powered, if they want hybrids, they got to have that. So we're going to be ending that. We're going to be ending a lot of the environmental things that were ridiculous, that hurt our country very badly and didn't do anything for the environment. So we'll be doing, standard things.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't. So here it is, y'all, where y'all want to go see the full clip. I could barely make it through that clip with just her because she's annoying. Annoying. Anywho, but y'all, as you can see, thank you, Trump, for keeping it gracefully, peacefully. You know what I'm saying? You knew what she was trying to do, and you kind of like, boom, that's what you got to do. Like, why not have a leader in the White House like that who knows how to actually talk and can catch on to when you're trying to play with him? Okay? He can catch on. And he gonna call you right out in your ish. So don't play with my boy Trump. Y'all, we 42 days away. Count down, y'all. Count down. You've already heard some of the stuff he's going to be doing on day one. They ain't come to play. They ain't come to play. So If y'all can kind of just like suck it up and go watch the whole, I think it's best that y'all do that. I'm definitely going to watch it myself because that was one of the things that I learned, that once he, on these type of networks, when he goes and he does a full interview, they kind of edit and flip what he really said into something, make it into something that he didn't say. So I advise y'all to go watch it. Okay. Get the information. That's for yourself. That's about researching, getting informative information and growing your knowledge. It is now on you guys to go do what needs to be done.